this city is appreciating the work that I'm doing here, and they're opening up some doors for me. I booked, my first ever supporting role in a Lifetime movie, which was, a holiday Lifetime film, which was huge for me. I got to work with Kyla Pratt, who I had a crush on my whole life before getting an opportunity to work alongside her, and the city offers so many really cool opportunities in the American market. There's a lot of CW and Netflix.
How
And
did you hear about Vancouver?
well, I lived in Vancouver, and I went to theater school in Vancouver when I was younger. So I already knew everything about this city.
Mm.
It wasn't for me. I spent my grade 12 year
Hmm.
here, did a couple of years of theater school, and then I went to Toronto. And it's always been in the back of my mind. I always knew that Vancouver had different opportunities than Toronto. I also knew that Vancouver didn't have a lot of minority talent. So just
Hmm.
knowing that if I were to go back to a city that was like meh to me, I at least knew that I would have opportunities to be able to do what I love. And with
Hmm.
that delusional belief that we have to have in ourselves, I just knew that, okay, if you let me audition, I promise you, I'm gonna get some. And I was lucky enough to
Hmm.
be right, you know.
Yeah.
So the one of the lanes that I found out here was these Lifetime movies, these Lifetime thrillers and holiday films and Hallmark holiday films and yada yada yada. Vancouver's huge for that out here. So when the pandemic happened, or sorry, when the lockdown happened, and no one knew what was next, no one knew when we were going to get back to work. The second we opened up, it was the Lifetime movies, it was the Hallmark films, because
Yeah.
those projects are in and out in 2 weeks. They're a well-oiled machine,
Hmm.
and that was the first time I realized that expression, it's not what you know, it's who you know, is real. And
Yeah.
not to say that, you can't know things, you can't be talented, and yada, yada, yada. But the fact that I got into that world right before the world shut down and right when it opened up again, these directors and producers and everyone from the top down were panicked and they were scared and they didn't know what was
Yeah.
next. I was on the first set back in Vancouver on a project, and I could see it firsthand. No one knew what the hell they were doing. But the thing that made my life better before everything shut down, I had made the right connections. I'd worked with these directors that I adored on multiple projects. I've made friends with, genuinely connected with these producers and these executives in a way that has garnered more opportunities. So when the world is starting to open up again and they have to take a chance on someone, they're going to take a chance on the people they can already vouch for. So right when the world
Yeah.
opened up again, it was the busiest year I've ever had. And half of the
Oh.
projects that I had thereafter were offers, just from the impression that I made beforehand. So yeah, it was a
Yeah.
difficult time for a lot of people, but I think to answer your question, being in that world right beforehand and having to see what's up afterwards, is they really look out for their own. They really look out for the people that they've worked with, and yeah, it's a
Mhm.
great family, man. It's a great crew to be a part of, to just be able to do what we do.